How's it going, everyone? Quick rundown of what I kind of do myself. Anyways, morning, check mail, get all your stuff in there, blah 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 blah. Friends list, do your banknotes gifting, and then beginner people. What I had done is I just got these two individuals first. She was pretty good. You'll eventually need her too to increase your double S and triple S heroes. The main thing, though, and getting all these as well. I think it's kind of a must to progress in the game. I don't really do any of these ever. Happy and Mysterious Box, I don't really touch that either, other than the free daily. I talk to Whiskey 123 all the time. He does all these like every day. Like, no, thank you. But the big thing right here is this thing. So every week you get a new one to do. This one was the artifacts. I end up saving up all my stuff for those weeks before I start spending it, because then you get your free stuff here as you're spending it anyways, right? So that's the best time to do it. And then I only do like the free one here, and then I spend all my gems on that as well. I don't really touch that unless you don't want to throw money at it, but that's when I save up for those. So next week I think it might be either pets or heroes, I don't know, but that's what I would save up and spend it on once those mysterious boxes come up. And then when your events come up, just click on your dailies and everything, and then your same thing, your free ones, and then the gems, that's what I spend it on. Right now I'm saving up. I'm not really spending anything. Once I save up, I'll probably miss this by 20 or so, and when the next one comes around, then I'll be able to get another fist. Just save that up. Don't spend it to at least get 100. Zombies too, do your events on that. I save up that stuff as well. Let's see, where's it at? Right here. I've been spending on the legendary fruits when I have enough. But whatever you need to do, and then spend it on that. So I think I was originally doing those hero S's when I was still needing them, clicking those, but now I'm all done with that. So now I'm just saving up for the fruits. And then your gear wise, this is where it plays a big part, but a lot of people forget about artifacts and getting these bonuses. That adds up a lot of SP points. So try to get the sets. So right now I'm missing this bomb, which will add, what was that, 2% on attack and health. And then same throughout. Try to get the sets if you can. And this adds up a lot too. Once you increase your level, you'll notice these are all behind the scenes things that you don't see that makes a player S or CP pretty big. Same thing with pets. I maxed this one out, and then I'm just saving up for my two that I flop around. So this one I leave Bonnie, I leave on for PvP, and then the duck I swap over for my boss fights. And then once I'm done with boss fights, I just swap it back, leave Bonnie there for PvP, for arenas and everything. And then heroes, this one you can leave up. I have all the S's, but I notice on the guild boss, this seems to be the best setup. And then the world boss fights and everything, I play around between the Doc and the Samurai. And then I'll make another video for a kind of a trick I learned a couple weeks ago on boss fights. If you're not satisfied with a certain number that you put up, just close out before the round ends, and then I'll ask you to start your game again when you open it back up, and you basically start over from the beginning and hopefully get the fruits or whatever you're looking for. The biggest one is this blue guy is the best for world boss fights from what I could tell. and then heroes depends on boss fights on which one is good, and then you can flop around with that too. Close out, I think after 3 closeouts, I think it starts over, and then you might be able to reuse your free play again. But fruits have everything. This adds up to a lot of points. A lot of people with those high CP ratings will have this in mythicals, but again, save up your fruit points for when that event comes out, and that's how you get the best bang for your buck. Same thing with the pets. Save up all those tokens that you have. Let's see, where's it at? These guys right here. And then when they come out for that event, then you have a lot more to spend on it, and you get free stuff along with it. But that's pretty much it. Campsites obviously do that every day. But if you're missing on some of those event points, like I need 40 more, which I'm probably not going to get. So, but you have your bag of these things. If you end up spending that, you could just fill that in, or your arena world boss shop ones right here. If you're doing heroes or arena, I think it's the other. Here you go. The fruits and all that. I've been just saving up for that SS vehicle though, since the triple S's are retarded expensive. Well, that's pretty much it in a nutshell on trying to increase your level up. Temper 2 is another thing I forgot to mention. I wouldn't try to spend too much up until you get like to level 4, and then you can kind of customize with the phantom cubes on what you kind of want. But my goal is to try to get like the team crit damage, team crit rate, team all red damage from, and maybe damage on boss, or hero damage is another good one. Kind of look at some of those top heavy hitters and see what they kind of forged into. But up until then, I would only save up enough to roll a few times to get something out of the whites until you get something normal. This will be my next goal and project, but I need to save up to about 100,000 of the alloy cubes, and then I'll roll into what I kind of need for the 4 slots. And once I get everything kind of 4 slotted out, then I'll customize it into more of the red gems. Right now I kind of just stopped at maybe a red, not paying too much attention. But that's it in a nutshell. I mean, as you see, some of the gears, they give you a decent amount. That one's 824,000 SP. That one's close to 1 million head. That one is 760. The chest, I think, is a little less. Almost 600 feet. Almost 500. So, I mean, you see it kind of adds up, but I think majority of points people forget about are your gems. Artifacts is a huge one, and then your temper, and then obviously your pets and fruit add into everything. So that's behind the scenes of how to get your CP higher, I guess. And then when you can, just start raising this up as you go. And that one monthly fun card right here, the reward up one right here, is pretty drastic for increasing your levels up. You keep claiming fast patrols, you just keep using that up. Once you get 60, and then your energy here, save that up. Once you're close, then you can start buying it up. I have carryovers. I'm going to let that build up to about 18 before I start using them again. And then just start filling this up. This adds up quite a bunch too. Sorry it's so long, but that's kind of a nutshell. Increasing your CP levels up. And then I'll make one for guild and boss fights, how I kind of do it, but I know there's other people better, but let's see, it might help.